She's gone. Yep, the van finally sold. Not at the price I wanted it, but it did. Now we're on to looking for other cars, and there were several cars I was looking at. I really wanted a Toyota, but there's this unique car that I'm looking at right now. High mileage, around the same mileage as the van, but if everything checks out, it should be a solid car. Do the road trip fine. I remember I told you we wanted to do the road trip. And oh yeah, anyway, the day we wanted to go to the airport, it was a heavy storm. I thought maybe, okay, maybe, planes are kind of, they can fly through rain, heavy rain, right? But no, I guess it was too bad for them to fly, and they ended up canceling. The flight was canceled, basically. So we couldn't fly. So we ended up canceling the whole trip to Florida through plane. I think the reason why we was going to book the trip via plane is because we thought the van was not going to sell in time, which it kind of did. It sold, but the other part was buying the car, which I thought was gonna be easier because I had a car already lined up. But by the time I called the dealer, they said, oh, that car is already sold, and they have it up on their Facebook as it not sold. So I'm like, oh my gosh, now we gotta go hunting. Hunted. Now we went to a couple of states. We went to Connecticut, and then we went to New Jersey, and both of the cars were too messed up, like, for our price range. And then now we found this car that looks really clean. So hopefully this car checks out and everything is good, you know what I mean? And it's higher mileage. I'm gonna show you when we get there, or after the fact we buy it, but we might have a vehicle to go down to Florida. Right now, today is, I think, the 31st or 30th, and they're supposed to come. Ashton's mom is supposed to come to New York via plane on the 4th, but we were supposed to go there early to, meet with them and then take King, our little brown little dog. But since we don't have a vehicle to really go down there, we couldn't do it. I pray to God that everything checks out, but I'm excited for today. Right now, as I'm making this video, I am backed up several videos right now. I know, and if you are on my channel from, let's say, the 20th to the 31st right now, you probably would have only seen like one upload. I have so many videos to edit right now as we speak. I'm editing a video. I'm trying to get these videos out in a timely manner, but it's just hard. And I'm dealing with all this, trying to manage to get a car. I was in the middle of managing to sell the car. It was very difficult, very difficult to do everything. But with God's will, now hopefully we have a car. I'm waiting on the guy to give me the address. I called him earlier on today. He said, okay, yeah, I'll send you the address. He didn't send the address right away, but maybe he was just waiting until around the time I want to go. So hopefully everything goes smoothly. We'll be able to get the car, and then we'll be able to fill it out, make sure everything is good. And I really want to do the sound system in there. Remember the sound system took out the Odyssey? I want to put the sound system back in that car, and hopefully everything will go good. So here she is. This is the new car. Should I let you guys guess what the car is? I think I'm gonna show you guys. Here she is. From the last clip you just saw in the beginning of the video, it is about almost, it is 2 weeks later. Yeah, I know. I'm getting worse, it feels like, with these recording these videos. Ashton's mom came over. I already told you we was planning in the last clip. I told you we was planning to go to Florida. Plans changed a little bit. We didn't end up road tripping this car that I'm in right now, right, to go get the dog and bring him back over here. Instead, we just ended up waiting, and we're gonna do the road trip after they Ashton's mom and her boyfriend came. We're gonna go after. So now it's 2 weeks. 2 weeks later, they left yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday, right? Yeah, I want to give you guys a tour, I guess, of this car. So let me show you this. Yes, it is a Saturn. I told you guys it's a little of a unique car, and the price that I got it at, you couldn't beat it. But everything, I got it because I knew it was pretty solid. The engine was pretty solid. Everything is pretty solid. It just needs a couple things to be replaced on here, such as like a water pump and maybe a wheel bearing, and then that's it. And then we're just gonna road trip this down to Florida, get our little puppy, and everything will be fine. So I'm gonna give you an exterior look real quick. Alright guys, that's the tour of the car. I mean, a little bit of interior. I'm gonna show you guys the interior later. The car is a little messed up. You know how in the van we had a sound system, right? I want to hook up the sound system in here, make it sound pretty nice in here. We're gonna change the original radio and everything. I actually got, where is it? I actually got new terminals for the battery because the way the battery connects to the harness, like the way the harness connects to the battery, it's like you use screws. They screw into the battery. So this is more like a traditional battery holder thing. So we're gonna use this to make our sound system, and it's gonna be banging up in here. So yeah, that's the car right there. Now it's time. Well, I already told you about the mods, what I want to do about the speakers. Let me tell you the story about when I first got it. I got it 2 weeks ago. So when that video, in the first clip of the video, when I told you I was looking at the car, that same day I got it and picked it up. The guy told me that the one headlight wasn't working. He said it needed a new bulb. The turn signal wasn't working. He said it needed a new bulb. I was like, okay, cool, I can do that. But when I did research, I did look up that this car did have some like electrical, like not issues, but yeah, you can say electrical issues, electrical gremlins. I didn't think it was with the headlights, like it's gonna happen with the headlights. But when I got back to the house, right, I knew the light was out. I brought it on a Friday, so I couldn't register the car until the following Monday, right? I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it registered. I got it registered, but I can't drive it yet, really, because I mean I could drive it, but that's not at night, but not really, not even in the day, because I didn't have a turn signal, so I couldn't really drive it. So I was like, all right, I gotta fix this turn signal in this headlight. Right, when I went to check out the light, and I said, let me see if the light is working, right? I tested like the continuity and everything. Everything was checked out. Like I connected the light to the other side to see if it was working. It worked. So I was like, okay, it can't be the light. So I'm looking along the wiring, right? I seen one of the wires extremely corroded. I'm like, ain't no way this is gonna have power passing through the wire because it's so corroded. Sure enough, yeah, I tested it. I pulled it apart a little bit. It literally crumbled in my hand. The wire crumbled. So I was like, all right, it needs a new wire. And I was like, okay, let me get a wire. And I jumped it to see if the light would work. Sure enough, it was this light. This light started working, right? So I was like, all right, onto the turn signal. So when I got it, the turn signal worked like this, but the light would actually not work. Right, it wouldn't blink. So I was like, okay, it can't be the bulb, so it has to be something with wiring again, because as you could see, it was illuminated. So I looked along the wire harness. I didn't see no breaks. Everything looked fine. So I was like, okay, maybe it's the fuse box, right? I looked at the fuses, everything's fine. Okay, I had Ashton's dad look in the back. He was messing with some wires in the back of the box, and all of a sudden that light started working. And then the switch to the opposite side light that stopped working. I was like, oh my gosh. So now I know it's definitely something wrong with the wiring. So I was like, oh my goodness. Okay, I can't figure out where this electrical issue is coming from, because it's coming from somewhere behind the fuse box, but there's tons of wires there. I don't know if I want to go through looking at every single wire to see which one is causing the fault. And I need the turn signal to work 100% of the time. So I was like, maybe we can tap into the rear tail lights, right? But at first, I thought that wasn't gonna work, because when I first did it, I tested it, it flashed, but it was flashing dimly. But I didn't realize when I was doing it, because we had the car on for a while on like accessory mode, the battery died. And when I retested it, it actually started working, and now both turn signals work. Because what I did, I tapped into both sides of the taillights. So I tapped into the wiring harness. I've tapped into the wiring harness. This is where the turn signal's at. I tapped into the wiring harness from back here. So the wiring harness goes down and around, down to the floor right here. I tapped into this side. This is for this turn signal. And it's the same side for this side. It goes around right here, down here. Tapped into this side and ran it both to the front bulbs right here. Let me see if I can show you the wire actually. Yeah, there you go. You see the wires? I ran them down into the wiring harness, into both lights right here. Both turn signals work, but they just hyper flash now. They flash fast because the car still thinks there's no bulbs in the front, even though there is. But that's my best solution until maybe someday in the future I'll find the time to actually wire the lights properly so they can flash at the normal rate. But right now, as long as we got turn signals, it's fine for now. I don't know how long I'm gonna leave it. Maybe I'll leave it forever. I don't know. I just did a lot of research with the turn signals and everything. Like, first of all, let me tell you why I didn't really work super hard to try to really get the original wiring harness working. Is because this car doesn't have a traditional relay for the turn signals. It actually has, it's a body control module. It's controlled by the body control module. The body control module detects if the lights, having resistance in the front, where like basically the body control module senses if there's lights out or not in the front or in the rear. So right now, both, because since I spliced into the back, the car only thinks there is only rear turn signals. The car has no idea there's front turn signals, even though they are there and they're working. Regardless of it having actual front turn signals, it's gonna hyper flash because the car thinks there's nothing there. The reason why I didn't check where the fault is on the front wiring harness, I would have to go through everything. I would have to go through, because the wiring harness goes into the fuse box under the hood, from the fuse box back into the BCM, the body control module. And I would have to find the fault out of all those wires. The body control module just controls more than just the turn signals, controls the windows, everything. I would have to find those two wires that are having the fault, or I think maybe a one wire. I don't know how many wires, that's what I'm saying. The long story short, I have to find the wire that is causing the short out of all those wires. And that is gonna be a long time to find that one wire that's causing the short with both of the turn signals. So I was like, you know what, the easiest route to get the turn signals working instantly and fast is just tap into the back. And that's what I just did. And yeah, that's one of the issues with the car that we had with the car. I know that was a long rant, but I just wanted to tell you the reason why I just like tapped right into the back. I didn't put a lot of effort. The other issue is shakes a little bit at highway speeds, like 60 miles an hour. But besides that, this is way better than the van. I don't know if I told you all the issues. I don't know if I'm gonna tell you in this video, because that's a whole nother thing I can get onto, the amount of issues that van had. But I know this thing is high mileage, but look how pretty it is. Look, it's pretty. But I'm excited for the future mods I'll have for this car, and I'm excited to road trip this thing, go down to Florida, get our dog, and we have many road trips after that, I want to do. So if you guys enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, but I'll see you guys in the next video.